Hi everyone, I wanted to give you guys a look at how contracting the company will work with this contractor invoice so that you guys can keep track of when you're being paid for what services. This is kind of how the invoice will function. You'll put the date of when the invoice is being made out. You'll put your name and then whatever position you're fulfilling for these services and your phone number. These invoices need to be issued by no later than the end of Saturday each week. So Saturday night is when they need to come into the company. That way we can review the invoices over Saturday night and Monday, and all payments can then be issued on time on Tuesdays each week. One of the most important things here is to keep line items separate as you create invoices. What do we mean by that? We mean that it's not sufficient to just load up on one line item all the charges and the things I should be paid for a wedding. I shouldn't just be putting wedding day, photo or package, and just the whole price plus fees and everything. Rather, you guys have a rate that you're paid for example, a wedding day coverage as well as the edit, and that can be in one line item with the wedding date, the bride's name, and then the payer name. And then let's say that same bride added on 2 extra hours. Then I would add that in another line item. Let's say they were 2. Our rate is $75 per hour, so it'd be $150 for that. Same bride, and let's say same payer there. Now these are differentiated because in Square sometimes it's a different payer. Sometimes their parents are paying, so they're not necessarily the payer that shows up in our software compared to the bride's actual name. So keep that in mind that those are two different things. Same wedding day, because it was the same wedding, but that's a different fee for the same client. So again, that's really important to keep all these line items separated depending on what type of service they are. And of course, this invoice can include different weddings. So let's say I did Jessica's wedding this week and Sarah's, and her mom's name is a different Jessica. I did Sarah's wedding this week. I can include that on here. Same idea, right? Furthermore, keep in mind that we're also including sessions on here and things like that. There are 2 approaches you can take when invoicing the company for extra sessions like bridal photos and things. Let's say, for example, that like Catherine's wedding. Let's say this girl Catherine, let's say her bridal photo session was this week. But her wedding is in a few weeks. It's on the 17th. I can bill the company this week, the week that I shot the bridal photo session, for that edit if I would like. I can do that. But I need to include the wedding date for when it's coming. So that was like May 17th, a few weeks later. That said, I am not being paid the following Tuesday for that session. I will still be paid, and this payment will still be made week after the wedding. So it would be made out to me on the 21st. So that's one approach. I can invoice the company week of the session happening, and I'll get paid a few weeks later. Another option is I can wait to include this on the invoice that I will prepare after that 17th wedding on the 17th. So if it's that day, I'm preparing the invoice for all of her services night of the 18th. I can choose either way. If I shot the bridal photo session and it makes it easier for me to keep track of being paid for that when I invoice it week of the service, that's okay. Or if I want to not include this and I want to wait until the week of May 17th, that is fine as well. You just got to choose one or the other, and we can make that work. Our accounting team can make either of those things work to keep everything organized for you guys. Reach out to our accounting team if you have any questions about anything. Thanks so much.